Story kicks off with our guy spotting a wyvern doing loops. Most chill dragon ever. Weird to see a giant beast just vibing up there. So he decides to quit the merc life. Only took one big reason. Later, he's pinning a wizard, asking if the guy was faking being weak. Cause that magic was way too spicy for a basic grunt. Aster laughs, grabs the loot off his back. Is this book special? Dude sweating buckets. Yeah. Think an army came for a nobody? We didn't show up just to put down a stray dog. MC calls him garbage, trash, just like all the Declans. He gets real. How'd you lose the book? Guy has no clue. Weird. A greedy clan. Like them wouldn't toss treasure in a cellar. They chased him over a book they can't even read. So it's gotta be worth a fortune. Guy demands it back, hand it over, maybe the boss spares you. MC grins. You got that kind of pull? Any last words? Right then, a new player enters. The dark vibes scare the MC stiff. New guy claps. Nice instincts, kid. Says he's the big boss of House Declan, East Side. Hand over the grimoire, then we can chat. Aster is shook. He's been a merc for over 10 years. Spent half his life on their payroll. But never seen the head honcho in person. Top magic family, and this guy's the magic goat. Because of that, Aster doesn't know what to expect. Doesn't care though. Tells him to eat dirt. Boss is stunned. MC goes, stealing my hard-earned loot? Shameless much? Just starts cracking up right there on the field. Aster acts tough but is freaking out inside. Stupid wyvern. Now the actual leader showed up. Just his luck. That scary aura was definitely real. Dude is hands down the strongest mage around. Farron sighs. Killing you is easier, but come back to the fold. Give me the book, and I'll pretend none of this happened. MC stays quiet. So, the boss keeps yapping about his skills. Watching you fight. Crazy I didn't spot you sooner. With our backup, you go places, kid. Finally, MC speaks up. Fine, I agree. One condition. Give me your job as leader, and I'll think about it. Farron gets salty hearing that, but our boy just crushes the captive's neck like a soda can. Dead. Big boss rages at how messy this got, whining that the whole plan is ruined. MC is toast. MC knows he's serious and rushes in full tilt. Throws a haymaker. Bonk. Magic shield blocks it. MC yells, you won't know till you try. Farron sighs, time to leash this pup. He fires up his magic and yeets MC way back. He waves a hand, summons a circle, and crushes Aster with crazy gravity. Everything breaks. MC realizes Declan's boss is totally OP, 0 openings. While he's panicking, he faceplants into a wall. Farron goes. Some things are obvious, kid. Casts again, huge skill gap. Then a massive boom rocks the whole place. Boss chills in his bubble. Left you alive on purpose. Ready to chat? Coughing in smoke, MC asks, if I bow and agree to be your shadow again, we cool? Boss replies, hard to trust you now. Aster pops out, bloody, finger gun ready. I'm done eating kibble. Boom. He fires a crazy energy blast. And yells, a gold leash and a mansion is still just a dog pound. But nope, total fail cuz. Boss is standing there, shield up, 0 scratch. He triggers another huge spell. Okay, watch this. Real power time. Lightning starts raining down hard. MC pauses, wondering why. He stared at that free-flying wyvern the other day. Envy much? The boss walks over, shocked. Thought you'd die, but you tanked it. He asks, get the power gap now, kid? Aster nods, you're a beast. Farron, cool. Ready to listen? MC doesn't get the angle. You want me to be a merc? Nah, boss says, I want you to lead the Bongshin clan. Aster is shook. Cause that came out of nowhere. Declan clan is top tier in the east, rivaling the throne itself. And they want him as a loyal sidekick family. He pulls a grimoire from his inventory. I get it now. The boss smirks. Don't sell yourself short, I want the book and you. Aster grips the book. Farron nods, solid choice. That wipes your slate clean. But then the book lights up and he's like, what the heck am I doing? MC goes, you said bring the book, never said it couldn't be toast. Dude rages out, promising a super unfun game over for him. Aster's like, bro, I never did anything just for cash. Merc work pays peanuts anyway, and asks, hear about the mercs the Declan kids snacked on? Boss man is shook, is that some forbidden magic junk? Yup, he nods. Since those cursed rich brats ate my squad and the fam swept it all under the rug. Farron asks if it's just for payback. MC's all, nah, my life ain't worth as much as my homies anyway. Looking up, he says, I just did what everyone else was too scared to. Needed cash to bounce, so I'd never go back to that dog pound. Farron asks for any famous last words. And snaps, casting a blue fire spell that literally never dies. He tells him to apologize for his life choices. MC gets ticked off. Repent for what? I've got nothing to be sorry for. Being a Declan pet? I'd rather hit the gray zone. Then he just busts out laughing, feeling totally free. Sucks he's not making it out alive though. No regrets. If he respawns, he's just gonna get his revenge. But suddenly, out of nowhere, the fire just poofs. He's totally lost. Looked over and the boss is frozen. He can't believe. Time stopped. The book in his hand starts floating, and magic gears hit his chest. He's like, what is happening? Blink. He opens his eyes holding something else. People walk by. Wait, wasn't he just extra crispy? He realizes something is sketchy. Where am I? Wait, it looks familiar. Did he just time travel? It's the gray zone from his beggar days. No way. He's actually back in the past? Check the river reflection. Yep, definitely his younger self. There's even a fire mark on his chest. Guess the grimoire had something to do with it. No wonder the Declans were chasing it. He decides, whatever, I don't care. Hard to swallow, but feels way too real to be a dream. Since he's rebooted, gotta make this morning count. This is his shot to make everything work out. Then he remembers a dream he shared with the crew. Someone said, we were born broke beggars here without clothes, food, or school. Then asks what's worst. MC says hunger, but the guy goes, if only it was just that. Man, I wouldn't be caught dead here. Why are we in this mess? Astor's like, I'm chill, cause honestly, he couldn't care less. That triggers his friend, though. Who acts that relaxed in total poverty? If we studied, those fancy nobles wouldn't own us. After that trip down memory lane, he wraps it up. We wanted a library. Open for everyone, rich dudes or broke girls. But nah, he's dreaming bigger now. He wants to build a massive tower. Why? He just likes huge stuff. Making a weird face, he plans to stick the Declan manual right at the lobby entrance. The cover and pages will rock that family's crest and secrets. Just thinking about the flex makes him drool. Only one tiny issue, though. He has zero clue how to actually snag that book. Whatever, that's a problem for future Astor. Suddenly bam. A kick to the face floors him. This kid starts stomping him for stealing his hiding spot. Serious? MC is confused. Is this an ambush? He's a battle vet, come on. So he grabs the kid's foot. Kid panics. Astor puts on his scary face. You hit me 7 times? I'm hitting back 70. Kid's terrified, but MC swings anyway. Crack. His hand breaks on impact. His arm blows up like a balloon. Because he messed up, he eats another punch and gets stomped on all over again. So frustrating. Body hurts, but his ego hurts way more. Luckily, the kid trips on a rock and splashes into the river. He climbs out seeing MC bolting. Where you going? Astor glances back and yells, I'll remember you. This isn't fleeing, it's a tactical retreat. Back in the city, he flops down in an alley. First thing he sees? His wrist popped out from a weak punch. Forget the tower, he needs to fix this weak body first. Right then, someone asks, hungry? It's a kid with red eyes. Astor asks, do I know you? Kid shakes his head. Super weird. The kid's filthy but wearing Gucci tier clothes. Gotta be a noble in disguise. A walking trouble magnet. So, naturally, he asks for a name. I'm Damien, the kid says, then dumps his whole life story. MC's annoyed by the yapping until the kid says, I have no mom. Astor's like, my bad, I got no dad. Bye. But the kid won't leave. Now MC is ticked off cause he's debating whether to punch him or not. Then the kid extends a hand, lights up a magic circle. I'll heal you. Shocking, but the kid just smiles and casts magic touch. But Astor knows this isn't some cheap parlor trick, that's the legendary healing light. It's the secret mojo of the Blandor clan, the ones the Declans totally wrecked. My mercenary senses are tingling like crazy. I've definitely stepped into a pile of something nasty and dangerous. Seriously, why is a rich kid from that family hanging out in the slums? So I holler at him, and Damien turns around with those creepy mismatched eyes like, you rang? Ugh, huge red flag. Those eyes just unlocked a terrifying memory. Reminds me of the Blandor monster, that unkillable butcher who refused to stay dead. But then the kid starts poking at ants like a total dork. I'm staring at him like, is this seriously the same guy? Flashback time. Before I time traveled, I was a merc hired by the Declans to hit the Blandors. We were all asking, Are you sure? Those guys are beasts. One dude mentioned a rumor about a self-healing demon. Said this monster wrecked the place and probably flattened a ton of people. I was picturing a giant ogre or some gross beast. But when I finally saw the thing, I was dead wrong. Wasn't an ogre. Just a dude casually slicing people in half. He spammed healing magic while cackling like a maniac. Total psycho energy. That was the Blandor monster. The butcher with the infinite health cheat code. His name was Damien von Blandor. Snapping back to now, I'm still baffled why this VIP is chilling in the dirt. Suddenly, the kid perks up. Hey, mom says I gotta eat to stay swole. Or, healthy. Whatever. I'm down, but I ask who's paying. He flashes a bag of gold, and boom, we're besties now. Damien looks confused. Wait, we're friends? Duh, I tell him. And friends share everything. Especially the bill. With that settled, I yell, let's feast. We hit up a spot, and I finally relax after stuffing my face. But Damien is twitching like he's had too much sugar. He says he's an outdoor sleeper and is mind blown that people sleep times above times restaurants. He flops onto the bed and randomly drops, I don't have a dad, by the way. Chill, it's not a tragedy contest, I say. You got a mom at least? He starts looking under the bed for her. Oh boy, she's definitely ghosted him. I ask how long he's been solo. Since I ran away, he says. I've slept, like, 10 times. Wait, 10 times? I'm trying to do the math. You ran away 10 separate times? No, he explains. I take 2 naps a day. So, 10 naps total. My brain hurts trying to follow his logic. So, he's been running for 3 or 4 days? I just face-plant into the mattress. I've officially teamed up with a lunatic. On the bright side, babysitting this Blandor kid might give me leverage against the Declans. But honestly, I have other problems to fix first. I tell him to zip it so I can sleep. He asks if I'm practicing my breathing. Yeah, sure kid, just let me crash. So he snoozes and remembers the pre-rewind drama stealing magic and nearly dying, like, a lot. And the skills he swiped were tank armor, spirit stuff, summoning, alchemy, and other random junk. But right before croaking, he found a total nuke of a power. Eyes pop open. Time to learn the Declan fam's OG skill, the celestial vibe check. He's stoked cause he brain dumped it earlier, so he starts the breathing mojo. Boom. Chest explodes with crazy energy, burning like he's swimming in lava. Gotta stay frosty and tank the pain though. Plus, he peeps that his bod has gross gunk inside. Weird. He knows this is top tier elite magic stuff. It forces the mana flow and fries the trash in his circuits. That's the mana scrub. Done. He gasps for air like a fish, asking, how long was I out? Damien's out cold, snoozing like a baby. Dude's shook 0 gunk left and his mana is cleaner than his last life. But he knows clashing with the Declan elites is impossible, even with 100 rewinds. Still, he's hyped. Being a merc gave him a serious level up. Fast forward to tomorrow, Damien's like my hair's brown? And MC figures he had too. Nerf the kid's flashy hair and rich boy drip to blend in. Damon asks the plan. MC smirks, we're gonna cause some chaos. Spotty's outside flexing and vibes with the nice weather. Then he spots MC. Where the heck were you? Did you take a dip in the sewer? Aster instantly clocks the dude in the gut. He drops. Get up, Aster snarls. 123 hits to go. Just then, other goons yell. What's up? And rush over, checking who messed with Spotty. But this just gets Aster pumped. He wonders if he's gonna go totally beast mode. Fight starts. MC wrecks everyone while Damien chills and watches. He's vowed by the mana charged punches. Whoa, that's sick. Aster's like, you tracking this? And he's like, yeah. Amazing. Spotty drops near him, so Damon casts a quick heal spell. He says thanks, but MC goes, don't party yet. Afternoon passes. Aster keeps wailing on him, asking for the hit count. Kid can't speak, so Damien asks, my turn? And heals him up again. Kid's terrified, it's like staring at 2 straight up demons. Night falls. MC thanks the crowd and feels proud of the good vibes. Then someone pipes up. Spotty begs, can we bounce? We're toast. Aster says sure, but the kid mumbles that this spot is. Dude was asking for way too much, so the MC totally lost it. The boys dipped fast. Suddenly, he sensed someone creeping up, moved like a ninja super fast and silent. Figured it was some merc hunting his buddy. Weird cause he was careful. Plus, he was out of mana. Not good. He snapped his eyes open, ready to throw hands. Old merc habits kicked in. He started squeezing out every drop of magic. Charged up, He aimed his finger. One shot, one kill vibe. But the dude power slid on his knees screaming young master. Damien freaked out cause it was just Alfredo the butler. Old guy was crying buckets, totally losing it after searching for ages. Damon was like get off, but the butler clung on, begging him to come home. MC thought it was pathetic until Alfredo finally snatched the kid, turned, and was like, my bad, I'm the Blandor butler. He also peeped that Damon vibed with the MC, so he invited him to their crib. MC started sweating bullets. He knew the golden rule, they hate trash. But this guy seemed chill. Then he got hyped, who cares? He'd make some sick connections, plus their place was on the way to the city. With that in mind, he said thanks and was totally down. Ideally, he was sidetracked from the library plans, but whatever, is the food good? Night passed, and the wagon finally pulled up. MC hopped out and jaw dropped at the massive mansion. Al said it's late, time to crash. Told Lancancy to handle it. She switched up her vibe, put on a smile, and asked the young boss to follow. Knowing how scary she is, he just nodded. In they went. Later, the butler knocked on a door. A lady inside asked if Damien was back, told her the kid was in the 7th gray zone. Boom. Explosion right there. Mom was livid about where her son was. She raged, asking if he was okay. Al told her to chill, promising to explain. After the debrief, she got it and calmed down. He admitted it was lucky for the MC who helped Damien, too. Nobody stops a blood witch mom when she's mad. She gave him props, and he just said thanks. But then he mentioned something weird popped up. It was about Damon's pal. Kid sensed him before he even got close. From the second he stepped up, the MC was ready to blast him with a magic missile. The lady thought that was wild. Seeing a kid that cracked living in a dump like the gray zone is just weird. The butler flips the script, putting on a serious face to ask for a solid. Next morning, Alfredo barges in all sunshines and rainbows, begging the kid to take his job. Astor is totally lost. Like, what is going on? Old man probably thinks his offer is too epic to pass up. But nope. Astor hits him with a hard pass, leaving the guy shook. He blinks, brain buffering, wondering if his ears are playing tricks on him. Rejected? Really? Damien's vibing with the drama. MC's like, thanks, but I'm good right here. Then the butler gets a lightbulb moment. He figures a slum kid with zero loot is just getting cocky. So he starts monologuing about how the world is humongous, claiming the kid thinks he's the main character or something. But the more he yaps, the more Astor says nah. Dude is getting salty, but keeps his cool. He asks, ever heard the one about the canyon goblin? Astor ghosts the question, totally spacing out and mumbling about a wyvern instead. That tears it. Alfredo loses it, stomps his foot, and flexes his aura hard, trying to show just how scary the real world gets. Anyway, the afternoon flies by and he drags our MC to a room packed with the rest of the crew. Alfredo's like, check out the newbies. What do you think? Astor senses their mana and realizes this fam isn't playing around. These kids are cracked, but honestly? It cracks him up, because looking in their eyes, he sees a bunch of weak little goblins. Butler asks again. Astor starts dodging the question with lame excuses. Suddenly, one of the fanboys pipes up and Doc says if Astor actually had skills, he wouldn't be hesitating to say no. Since he said no, he's obviously clueless about true power. Alfredo grins. You want a 1 versus 1 to school him? The kid nods. The butler loves the drama and asks Astor if he's down to throw hands. Astor figures he's super annoying in their eyes. They think he's just some lucky hobo who spawned in randomly. So he asks, can I pick who I smash? Alfredo agrees. Astor points a finger straight at Winster. But he doesn't stop. He starts tagging a bunch of other dudes, deciding to fight 5 at once. You guys scared of getting deleted? He taunts. The butler is stunned, then busts out laughing. He loves this kid's savage energy. But hold up. He asks if Astor can back up that trash talk. Astor says, bet on it. Alfredo is hyped. Survive 1 minute, you get a prize, fail, and you're mine. Astor is not thrilled since losing means taking the butler job, but he says, deal. They head to the arena, and some coach asks if the new kid is gonna get wrecked. Alfredo nods. Yeah, he needs a beatdown to fix that attitude. The coach panics about his job security and runs to Damien, crying that the MC is toast. Dude is just vibing. He's chill until Lance nags, don't fight, madam'll flip. Butler tells the Teach to start the brawl. Teach sighs, boss says jump, I jump. Lance spots something, dips out, master, stay put, K? He just grins, no promises, fam. Runfit gathers rules. First up, turn-based combat. Hype butler interrupts, nah. Battle royale, all at once. Teach hates it, but goes. Jest on, fight ends when someone taps out. Or I blow the whistle whenever. Winster's salty a broke kid acts like a king. Boom. Instructor yells, fight. MC instant guts the kid and drops the whole crew. Winster's shook. MC winks, fear the short king. Kid panics seeing magic missile loading up. Aster spams his shots, yelling, don't judge a book, dummies. Boom, headshots for everyone. He can't believe he's losing. MC blinks in front, welcome to the real world, punk. Punches him into next week. Yeet. Study hard, MC taunts. Kid screams, psycho. That wasn't magic. Aster kicks his face, it's fist magic, bro. Crowd's jaws drop, Aster's soloing the lobby. Alfredo's stunned. He clocked a missile. Compressed 4-5 times. Flashbacks to getting hit. Crazy mana control, he thinks. But what shocks him is MC's hands are rated E for everyone. Damien heals foes so they can catch more hands. Savage. Voice yells Butler's name. He freezes. Madam Lena's here. Teach tears up seeing her. Saved, he thinks. Wrong. Madam asks what's. Butler sweats. Just a pop quiz? She frowns. This beatdown is a test? Pack it up. Damien, Aster, go to your rooms. Then she glares at Runfit. You're fired. Dude's soul leaves his body. Later, Bianca grills Butler. Why'd you go overboard? He bows. My bad. I'll take the L. She puts down tea. Did Damien throw hands? Nope, Alfredo says. But Aster? Kid's a brawler. Sorry, but I gotta mention the magic missile. Kid compressed it 5 times for max damage. She nods, so he's basically mana control is lit, and he's never seen crazy stuff like that before. Plus, soloing 5 noobs with just 1 measly magic missile? Even pro mages struggle with that pure mana vibe. She also asks about the Butler Air gig. Alfie says Aster gave that a hard pass. She gets it. Time to rethink this kid, bring him in, she orders. He listens to the order. Madam and her kid say, park it. MC goes sup? She hands a box. Your prize from Alfie. Totally forgot until he recalled Alfie's promise. Open it. He grabs it and instantly spots the blinding, top tier bling. Sus. Expensive gifts mean they want something. Madam's like, chill, just take it. It's for helping Damien and a sorry for the brawl. Gotta join the fam to eat? No. Is it poisoned? Nope. He cuts the crap. For real? No catch? Bianca promises, 0 catch. Aster's hyped. Free loot, no strings attached. Then she flips the script. I got an idea, though. His face drops. Knew it was too good to be true. She pats her kid's head, saying, I'm getting you into school. Go with Damien. Seems her boy was meant to start a year ago but flaked, so they waited. Didn't expect him to bolt. Since Damien likes ya, here's the deal. Kid agrees, if my homie goes, I'm in. Makes sense. Bianca can't have him running off again. Plus, it's a killer chance. For him, top school equals insane connections. But feels like they're leashing him up. I'll think on it, she nods but adds she's curious. Why'd you turn down the Butler gig? He eyes the door, grins. I like my knees too much. Madam's confused. And eavesdropping Alfie is like, huh? That night, MC hits his Zen zone, finally getting what that high tier item does. Realized his bod is totally fire ready now. Usually mana absorption is messy, but this was clean. He mulls over the school offer, decision made, he's joining. It'll be easier to find a sponsor, even if it feels like a trap. Decides to creep around the mansion. Steps out, and someone's like, you asked her? MC spots a dude but finds it weird. Thought this fam's main line only had Damien. Seriously, does this clan clone annoying people or what? So, he's like, nope, not Aster. Platinum Head is confused. Heard the guy had dark hair and a total kick-me face. Aster taps his messy locks and totally flips the switch. No kick-me face here, just pure charm. Kid thinks it's weird but buys the innocent act. Says sorry and bounces. Suddenly, Alfredo pops up, practically begging the MC to fix it. Even promises no kneeling when he takes over. Aster's like, really, dude? Now? Worst timing ever. Glances up. Yep, Platinum Head caught the slip up. Busted. Kid points a finger, demanding to know why he straight up lied. Looking super salty about it too. Kid wants beef but sees Alfredo's mood. Just yells, Mage Hall. Later, Butler asks if it's weird. MC's like, nah, we're good. Probably just stressed. Catching up with him later sounds fun. He pings the head butler, "Hey, can I chat with the madam?" Next day, Bianca greets Aster. "Up early? Made your choice?" "Yep," he goes. "I'm hitting the academy." She's shook but stoked. "Get everything ready, as soon as possible. Also," she adds, "make yourself comfy while you're here." He gives a thanks and dips out. Butler walks in. He said yes cause he's grateful, she explains. Alfredo's pumped. "Knew it. That's my future successor." With fire in his eyes. "First semester? We'll crush it all. Though, honestly, no clue about the semesters after. Gray zone kid getting registered? Tough luck." That's when I swoop in. Like a guardian angel, baby. The madam cuts him off. Too loud, she scolds. He shrinks back. "Oops, my bad." She sighs, relieved, but she gets his hype. Still, she worries. The academy plan? Totally flawed. Alfredo's confidence comes from being tricked by his old boss, she knows it. Meanwhile, our boy is wandering outside. Spots a tower. That's gotta be the mage's hall, he figures. Cracks the door open. Some guy's like, "Yo, what's up?" Aster forgets the kid's name. Tries describing his vibe. Mage gets it, "Follow me." After a bit of trekking, they're there. Guy opens the door. "Watch your noggin." Doesn't get why, but he steps in. And whoosh. Papers flying straight at his face. Some dude walks up. "Pleasure to meet you. I'm WJI von Blondor. You here for my little bro?" MC's thrown off. Brother? Mercenary undercover work really taught him a ton. He found out where mages study. They're called pen holders, and they're easy to spot. First, they yank their hair out from stress until it literally quits growing back. It's a whole process with stages. Stage 1 is denial, they wear hoods to hide the thinning patches. Stage 2 is acceptance. By stage 3, they just shave it all off. The final stage? Trying the impossible, inventing magic to make hair grow back. Spoiler alert, nobody's figured that out yet. But this guy standing right here? He's definitely built different. WG starts by apologizing, saying he can't imagine anyone having bad vibes toward his bro, but surely the young master's guest isn't that rude. MC just stares, shook that this kid is so young. He asks if the guy works at the academy. Turns out, he's actually the vice director. Aster's floored. A kid vice director? The Blandors don't hire scrubs. Then when G says Aster isn't your typical rebellious rich kid, he laughs. He doesn't get how a mage this chill exists. No eye bags? Smiling? Actually cool? G gives him props because he heard MC got into Zenon Academy. Says it's a huge chance to learn. Aster quickly clocks that the dude is digging for info by chatting about school. But Silverhair apologizes since he rambled too much and wants to get back to the point. He sets his cup down. "Would you risk your life for a friend?" MC thinks this conversation is getting ridiculous. But G pulls a book from his inventory and puts it on the table. Says the book is as if he risks it all. Aster's shocked. That's the Blandor secret art, healing light. Meanwhile, the madam is pruning plants in the garden. She looks up, admitting it was a smart move sending Damien away. Problem solved, zero stress. She thinks Aster is solid, talented, strong, and a good pal. She smiles because there is one thing she loves. MC didn't flip after learning Damien's roots. He's different from the rest and earns his spot by Damien's side. But that makes him a wild card, like a bird out of a cage. She needs to stall, can't lose that kind of talent for her son's sake. Aster, staring at the book, is confused. Why give him a family treasure? Is this a trap? He stares into those clear eyes, annoyed he can't read the guy at all. Usually, eyes give away if someone's good or bad. But WJI is like a living mask. Does he even know his real self? Silver admits the book sitch is major drama and warns him not to flake on the answer. It's serious business. Aster agrees but sighs. Ugh, I hate this vibe. Dude's face flips 180 degrees, just like MC planned. So he goes, ask away. If I can swing it, I'm game. If not, then it's a hard pass. Silver warns, just listening is risky. Bail later, and I might gotta off you. MC doesn't blink or look rattled, and shrugs, do it then. YOLO, right? Though, oops, this is technically round 2 for him. Suddenly, the guy goes full psycho mode, making the tea shake. But Aster stays poker-faced. Zero reaction. Silver grins, apologizing, just kidding. You pass the vibe check. He explains he legit needed a solid ally, strictly non-Blandor crew. MC nods, but mentally he's freaking out cause that punch was gonna hurt. Then Silver spills. That's since Damien is usually judgy, his hopes are high. But the real shocker? The family boss put a shady outsider next to her son and he figured there's a plot twist. A perfect excuse popped up when Lil Bro fought the guest, so Big Bro called a meeting. MC thinks that's super sus. Why use his own brother as bait for drama? Silver says things are tricky, but the family isn't fighting itself, they're tight. Then his mood shifts and he drops the bomb. Declans are watching him. MC gasps, wait, why them? He says he's only spilling cause MC claimed he ain't scared of death, even if he wasn't actually gonna kill him, and admits he's hacking the Declan's celestial origin magic and found dirt. Aster is totally shook. Dude keeps yapping about secrets, but MC cuts in. Yo, shouldn't you be dead for digging into that? He asks how he's alive and why not smash the magic, being a Blandor. Silver admits the Declans are wild cards. If they found out, even as Vice Dean, he's toast. Then he totally flips the script, saying that her origin magic, the source of their cheat codes, is next level. So, imagine buffing a skill that's already maxed out. That's why he can't trash it. He asks if MC feels that hype. MC is creeped out, thinking this dude isn't just nuts, he's unhinged. Silver says my bad, got excited, and asks if MC relates. MC just. So, this dude isn't just psycho, he's literally testing his craziness on his own fam. Then it hits him the timing is suspiciously perfect. Back in the day, the Declans wiped out the Blandors and snatched that exact research. Meaning, this guy clocked the potential for brand new origin magic ages ago. No wonder the Declan boss was so OP. While he's brainstorming, Platinum Top waves him down. He's like, yo, you free? I got something huge going on. Aster asks, why me? The guy spills the tea first. He kept the project hush-hush from his clan, too many snakes in the grass. MC asks, since it leaked, isn't someone sus? Like, maybe a secretary? Nah, doubt it, he shrugs. He figures it's more about how they grabbed the info. If so, MC smirks, they prob let themselves get caught. Total bait. WJI nods. Since he was cornered, he leaked just a crumb of info to stay alive. Aster cuts the fluff. Why not team up with the Declans? They'd totally roll out the red carpet. True, he admits, but I got my reasons. Then he stands up. He needs a favor since MC has zero family ties. Then he confesses. Turns out, he kinda bricked the part of the project he was working on. Waving some papers, he hypes up the payout. Rewards are gonna be insane. Just drop off this thesis for me. Target is Prof. Perun at Zenon. Do it, and MC gets the Book of Healing Light. MC pauses, then grins. His luck is actually on fire today. So he ups the ante. I'll do it, but I want the healing magic as insurance. Plus that new celestial stuff when it's done. That's the price of admission, pal. Take it or leave it. WJI sighs, no shame, huh? Aster just goes, yes or no, bro? The VP gives in. He doesn't care about the name, and he knows that celestial voodoo is useless to MC anyway. Fine, you get the full package. But there's a catch. One condition. When the thesis is wrapped up, I need another solid. We're partners from then on, got it? Aster grabs the docs. No sweat, as long as it's thesis related. Then he drops the bomb. I can't read, by the way. The guy looks like his brain just short-circuited. Since reading is, like, the whole point of the mission. Until MC laughs. Kidding. Then gets real. Is Parnu actually legit? Silver Hair explains they were besties way back, battling for top rank before he became VP. Total rivals. Rivalry died when I went back to the Blandors, though. MC instantly gets the vibe and starts wondering about Parnu. Great, another nutjob like Silver Boy at the academy? Annoying. Later, when night falls, MC dumps his gear and starts daydreaming about the loot. Used a space pouch to keep the thesis low-key, but why is it stuffed with books? Then he spots a letter buried in there, too. He decides to read it, already knowing it's gonna be a total drag. The note says he saved the must-have magic texts so he can study later, and even wrote down the exact order to learn them, and basically asks him to get smart enough to match his crazy talent. WG's words shook him a bit, so he sorts the books from newbie to pro. He thinks that's actually pretty sweet, and grabs a pen to start listing out potential sponsors. He realizes that besides the healing light and celestial magic stuff, he's in possession of 132 books. This new friendship comes with serious perks. Plus, he totally gets that WGI's gifts aren't basic, they're the ultimate cheat sheet to learn any spell. He figures that at first, he just wanted to stuff his tower with books. But now the vibe has changed, the tower's gonna be a knowledge hub for everyone. Meanwhile, way later that night, G watches the moon, thinking he scored big time, cause with Aster, the plan was just deliver the thesis or get dumped. But man, the MC turned out to be super intriguing. He found a gem, remembering back to when Aster was like, just kill me now, you only live once. Thinking about it cracks him up, kid really seemed to want it. Even if it was a bluff, that attitude was legendary. MC's eyes weren't faking it, he looked at death like it was boring. He concludes that Aster is built different from the gray zone crowd, betting the kid is full of secrets. Whatever. He finally found someone with the workin' same vibe, someone who actually gets results like he does. He worries for a sec if the MC can't read, but nah, that's impossible. Next morning, Aster's packed and ready to bounce. The maid grabs his suitcase to haul it, and says once they hit the academy, she'll handle the boring paperwork. Best part? No entrance exams for him or the young master. She glances back, smiling, saying his outfit is on point. MC says thanks and starts enjoying the perks of noble privilege. Skipping exams ain't bad at all. Then Damien shouts for his buddy, while Bianca tells him to stay safe and reminds Aster this is his shot to really crush it. He nods, thanks, but his brain is already plotting on the results he wants. Xenon is the top Western Academy, meaning tons of sponsors he's got to snag for himself. Super cocky, he tells his future classmates to watch out. Riding in the wagon, MC grabs a book and proves WGI is a total wizardry genius, cause while the basics are easy, everyone vibes with magic in their own way. Like water, some see a cool drink, others see a scary tsunami. Even with the same rules, every fancy fam does their own thing. After checking out a ton of spell books, he realized WG's tweaks to star magic were actually insane. Just then, Damon yells at his bud, screaming that they've finally hit Xenon Academy. Aster isn't even phased, despite never seeing the place before. Lance stops the ride and drops the bomb. For entrance exams, being a rich kid means zip. Everyone walks. She waves and hopes they actually learn something. They say bye to the carriage, and Damien screams to run or they'll lose the good seats. MC has no clue what the heck the kid means. It's school, not a concert with general admission. But thinking back, he figures it's a trick so Damon wouldn't get lost. Sweet, but kinda sneaky. Once inside, it's packed. Damien is buzzing with excitement, totally hyped. He scans the room, swearing they'd be standing if they were late. The MC just sighs, pockets a hand, and checks where they actually sit. The young master begs them to hustle up. MC is confused. Wasn't Damien dreading this place 5 minutes ago? Suddenly, some jerk slams into the kid, knocking him flat. It's a huge brute asking, problem? Aster just helps him up. Damien apologizes, promising to watch his step, but the guy stops him, pointing at a gross stain on his shirt. MC notices it spit and figures this guy must be some snobby noble heir. Damon panics and tries cleaning it with times more time spit, making the guy go nuclear. He calls him a moron and throws a haymaker, but the fist stops dead before smashing Damien's face. MC catches the hand and says, chill out. The guy demands to know who he is. Just a pal, he shrugs. The brute smirks, admitting few people would catch a fist for a friend. But sadly, they chose the wrong dude to mess with. Aster knows making friends is over, so he asks, wanna fight? Then, a crowd swarms in, hearing fight, but clueless about who's brawling. Suddenly, someone yells, are you kidding? Don't just stand there. The students don't know if they gotta separate him, but the kid points out nobody can brawl in a crowd, so give the fresh meat some room. Instant barrier spell. The class locks him in like a cage match, and bets start flying on who's gonna get wrecked. Some creepers watching from the back, enjoying the drama. Exter flexes his dampy house creds and asks for a name. MC's like, nah, I'm just a nobody, treat me like an NPC. Dude laughs, tiny arena for mages. You take the first swing. Aster grins, thinking this clown is hilarious, and claps back, you talk a lot, scared or something? Exter triggers instantly at the roast and rushes in, throwing a haymaker meant to delete him. Aster blocks, charges mana, and warns he ain't soft. Then bam! Right in the kisser. Dude goes flying. Exter's shook. That hit different. Is this kid even a mage? Weirdly, his HP bar starts refilling, and he sees Damien healing him? Why's the enemy playing medic? Distracted, he glances sideways and almost eats another knuckle sandwich, barely blocking. Time ticks on. Exter's stuck in defense mode. MC is spamming attacks while Damien happily heals the bad guy. Exter's convinced these two are total psychos. After eating a combo, he wonders. Is he actually scared? Crowd screams, stop holding back, you're Dolmpy's pride. They're betting on him to wrap this up fast. That hypes him up. He roars, furious that scrub is acting tough. Throws a mega punch that actually surprises Aster. Big guy isn't done yet. Channels max energy and lands a boom that explodes the arena. Students cheer, thinking Exter finally clapped him. But Exter's worried. The hit connected but felt kinda sus. MC flips out of the smoke. Dusts off his shoulder like it was nothing. Exter loses it in rage quit strategy, just charging in. Aster sees Damien still healing, so he knows, one shot kill needed. He starts charging up. Electric mana sparking a glorious hack from his past life. He locks in. Since the opponent is right there, he unleashes his collision style instantly. Impact was so loud even the spectators felt the vibe. They can't believe the shockwave. Dust settles, and Exter drops to his knees. Room goes silent. Nobody moves until MC steps out, dead serious, clap for me. Now, the crowd goes wild cause that brawl was totally epic. Damon grins at his bud, stoked they bagged the win. Aster's just vibing with the result. Some kid watching is shook, never seen a mage throw hands like that. Suddenly, a voice booms for everyone to scram, and the mad inspector wants the bozo who started drama on day one. MC sees the mess, but honestly, he's chilling inside. Causes a merc, dipping out is kinda his specialty. But Damon yells that he and Aster kicked it off, and the MC's jaw drops. This dude is actually nuts. They get hauled to a room where the inspector decides. Since they fessed up, they walk free, but he's watching him like a hawk. MC just zips it and listens to the lecture. They bail, and few ceremony hasn't even started. Walking back, other kids whisper cause tiny Aster wreck that fighter. Damon thinks the attention is totally rad. They spot empty seats, and Damien's hyped thinking their new pal saved him. Aster knows that's bogus though. Director introduces himself then drones on forever. Damien passes out cold, surprising the MC. That the boss yapped that long without sitting. He glances over, amazed his buddy crashed so fast, and he's drooling. Someone flags the boss, saying he's gotta go somewhere super urgent. The big guy's weirded out since nothing beats the entrance ceremony. Stuck, he says sorry for the bail and promises to finish yapping later. So, he tags in Jera and her long hair. Bam, she screams for attention. It was so sudden that all the kids jump, even waking Damien up. She intros herself and takes over the show. First up is the oath from Magic Rep, Dahlia of Dai. She starts going up while folks gossip about her elite skills as the third daughter. MC also notes the dais are number 2, right under the Declans. Dahlia was raised to rep the eternal runner-ups. He knows she's got skills. Since they beefed back then, people think they hate each other. Anyway, seeing her join this year is kinda funny. Next up is Paul, the martial arts rep. Dude stands, and Aster notices no last name, so he ain't a noble. The two called out kids are stuck standing there while Redhead announces the teachers for class 172. She yells for them to get in here. But hold up, major distraction incoming. Dahlia is practically drilling holes into Aster with her stare. He clocks it fast but awkwardly looks away. Right then, the clumsy girl totally faceplants because she was zoning out. Meanwhile, our main guy is laser focused, trying to spot which teach is actually pun. A few boring intros later, the final teacher strolls in, calling himself Pyun, the dude running the magic principles of magology. MC is shook. He totally thought the guy would be a whingy lookalike, but nope. Since Mr. Platinum Hair wore a mask though, he's holding off on the judgment for now. JRA announces the teacher parade is done and the ceremony is officially wrapped. Time to follow the staff sheep style to our assigned dorms. As it wraps, Aster pokes his buddy who's like, is it finally over? Aster trolls him hard, nope. They caught you snoozing, so we both got expelled. Pack your bags, we're heading home. Damon's brain malfunctions. He's totally buying it and looking devastated. Later, walking to the dorms, MC is still cracking up at Damien's freaked out face. He finally gets to his room and steps in. Whoa, it's massive. Spots a box by the bed, looks like it's full of supplies. He starts tossing clothes in the closet when someone barges in. It's that Paul guy, looking super salty about being roommates. Paul wastes zero time. Look, don't talk to me, he snaps immediately. I couldn't care less who you are or what you're doing. He adds, getting right in MC's face. No chit chat, clear? MC thinks this dude is tripping. Paul barks, answer me. Aster twitches just a little and Paul jumps back, terrified. Whoa, what are you trying to pull? MC smirks. The way this kid moved to draw his sword wouldn't have hit a fly. He just grins. I'm heading out, you do whatever, man. But here's the deal. Don't come crying to me if I make noise after midnight. Outside, Damon runs up. Who's the roomie? MC shrugs. No clue. Damien's bouncing off the walls. Let's explore. So much to see. Aster knows Xenion Academy is gigantic, so getting a lay of the land so they don't get lost? Solid plan, he nods. But suddenly, his spidey senses start tingling. Not as bad as his past life, but still alert. He glances over his shoulder and spots a Declan mercenary creeping. Ooh, fun, how many more are hiding here? The two start trekking through the giant campus, passing random spots and finding a whole pond inside. But after miles of walking, MC is totally beat. He turns to Damien. Make me one. Damien looks lost. One what? MC rolls his eyes. I'm talking about told him to just dig a hole, add water. Boom, instant lake at the crib. Damien thinks that's absolute genius. Wants his deeper. He's brainstorming epic names for a puddle right now. Saw a statue. Now he needs one. Typical rich kid stuff. I said get a dragon. The scales would look sick. Then he bailed. Said it's way past curfew. Counted 7 goons. Bet there's over 10 lurking around. The way they're setting up shop. Target's hall too. Exactly where Perun's chilling. Declan's def know about the bromance with WJ. So they're obviously suspicious. Looking back, I'm hyped. Wondered when they'd make a move. Spoke too soon. They're moving out. Gotta see what these hired guns actually know. Night falls. Merc zooms to spot number 2. Asks, yo, where's the crew? Hoodie guy says they already bounced. Main quest or side quest? The merc spills the tea. Found info on the main target. Delivery by midnight. Guy nods. Main target WG is active. Moving out. Gotta keep eyes on Prof Perun. Wait, something just clicked in his brain. Asked about single digits. We need the big guns here. Hoodie says nope. No top tiers showing up. Dude's stressing. That's bad news. Relax. Callahan the fire demon is tagging along. Guy's shook. He knows exactly who that is. VP of Declan's mage squad. The Red Jewel. He's ruthless, which is cool, but super risky. Mess up around him? You're toast. Literally. Hoodie warns, keep it quiet. No brawls. They bailed out the window. Totally clueless. Didn't know Aster was lurking the whole time. Heard it all, midnight. Callahan. It's on. Callahan's a beast. Never lost his touch. When Declan fought Blandor for survival, he stuck with the losers. Loyal dude. Still totally dangerous right now. Peaked after the war. Unstoppable firestorm. Legendary war mage status unlocked. I gotta take this wizard down myself. His magic is that creepy Declan fire stuff. Why'd that merc show up? Seemed lucky. But wait. I've got the thesis. Why them? The mercs swear the package hit target too, Professor Perun. Plus, the guy totally doubts the paper is fake, and knows they only want the thesis. So, his big brain figures today's delivery is totally a decoy paper. Paul gears up clothes, glove, sword and heads out. But first, he peeks too. Check if MC is asleep, unaware it is just a dummy. In the magic hall, Perun sighs. The Declans are huge. Jerks. He let them slide when they crossed the line, but now they invaded his turf. Why so cocky? Just then, the door creaks and someone walks in. Perun sees a merc but spots Paul immediately. He roasts the kid, telling him to upgrade the disguise. Kid flashes an envelope. Prof says this is the last shot. Paul starts sweating bullets. But Prof grabs his hand, sensing the familiar magic. Realizing his buddy tried to sneak it past but failed lamely. Still, he does not buy it and wonders what trick WG is pulling. Boom. An explosion rocks the hall. Nice to meet ya, Professor. It was Callahan, who intros himself, asking if the nerd prof knows him. Totally spooked, Paul whips out his sword. Redhead mocks the merc guest and asks, do you know me? Then his face totally drops. Cause Perun is like, never heard of you, buddy. Standing, he demands, why are you here? You smell gross. Callahan laughs. No one ever dares to roast him like that. Pointing at Paul, he clarifies. The kid dies and the prof loses an eye. He casts a spell, totally blowing up the room. Paul did not see it coming. Until he realizes the prof's ice magic saved his butt. Perun snaps, warning he is not treating him like a student, but a merc who better save his own skin. Paul is like, no problem, teach. No alarm? Those sneaky Declans use stealth magic. Now he is stuck trusting a rookie mercenary. Great. Callahan notes the envelope is from the Blandor books. And grins, won't hand it over, wanna play rough? A massive aura of fire bursts out. But the prof does not even flinch. He summons ice. The attacks clash, wrecking the tower. So hard the MC sees it from afar, totally unsurprised. Slaps the mask on his face. Game face on. He's not Aster, he's the #1 gun for hire. Watching the utter chaos unfold, he clasps hands, praying to be a top-tier killer again. But let's be real, he's no saint. Time to dive in. Back at the totally wrecked tower, Callahan busts a gut seeing the merc alive. Paul is sweating bullets, and looking down, realizes that Charm saved his bacon big time. Suddenly, Prof shows up, yelling at him to get lost, while blasting the heat with his ice magic. Props to the merc for not dying. Trust level up. He buffs the sword with ether magic. Kid is totally shook. The prof asks if he can keep tanking. He's like, bring it, I got this. He says it, knowing it's either block or game over. Callahan interrupts, mocking how a mage and warrior are cute together, then hurls fire Paul barely blocks. Prof knows this is gonna get messy. If they keep stalling, they're toast. Time to pull out the big guns. Nature's mana is limited, and 2 bosses are fighting for it. A tug of war starts. He wonders if the dude can handle the heat. Callahan watches the prof go full power and gets hyped to match the energy. Both go nuclear, leaking power like absolute beasts. The vibe gets too intense, wrecking everything in sight. Paul watches, thinking this is total garbage. 2 kaijus fighting and 0 exits. He's glued to the floor, stunned it got this crazy. From a distance, you could see a huge tornado. Declan's crew is freaking out. One yells, wait, that's suicide. And checks their count. But instantly, they get wiped by the blast. Totally walked into a trap. Finally, MC crashes the party, looking fly and turning heads. Aster simply tells him to appreciate his epic entrance. The wizards pause. Flamehead rages, is this a joke? MC speed blitzes to Callahan's neck. Rip, dude. Sensing the danger, he panic blasts huge fire, blowing himself backward. He's hurt though, and with 0 time to think, he's cornered again. Tries to flex, but his mana is glitching hard. Just then, his backup squad rolls up to save the day. He snags a potion and chugs it to fix his glitchy magic. But he's mainly freaking out over where this OP dude spawned from. Plus, he's shook cause the MC is totally wrecking the lobby. Callahan literally can't believe how sick this is, seeing 0 wasted energy in those combos. Realizing he's fanboying the enemy, he flips and screams, die. Then he yeets a massive fireball, roasting the map and frying his own teammates too. MC just watches the nuke incoming before the big boom hits. A sec later, Callahan wonders if he actually landed the shot, and knows he toasted his pals, but whatever, mission first. He sighs because losing his cool is totally not his vibe. He spots a potion, but freezes hearing a voice in the smoke. It's the MC roasting him, you act crazy, but you're just a snake. Then he steps out, magic locked on, betting that cold vibe will be his end. He blasts it full throttle, leaving the vice captain frozen and standing tall, even after eating the shot that drilled his forehead. Instant one-tap KO. Aster walks up, expecting nothing less from big bad Callahan, since anyone else would have folded earlier. Dude's reflexes were insane as usual. That last blast actually helped cleared mobs and made cover. Any longer and he'd lose. He's running on empty fumes. He loots the corpse until he grabs a pouch. Battle mages are paranoid and keep spellbooks on them. He pockets it. It's locked, but he'll hack it later. He glances over and tells the prof, you're late, dude. Prof says he was busy trapping all the rat mercenaries. Charging a spell, he asks if the MC is a rat too. He snaps back that he just wiped a Declan's psycho and can't believe he's getting grilled like this. Prof figures he's with WJ, then tells him to chill, but wonders who WJ trusts this much. He asks about the merc kid and if they split the loot. Aster says the files he got are likely fake since WJ used the kid as bait. He says that, knowing the fight was intense even with stealth. And even though the ping was slow, it's weird the knights haven't spawned. Declan probably paid him off. Perun asks for the real docs, and he hands him over. The prof grabs the papers and skims them, asking if he knows what's inside. He goes, yeah, sure, and admits he's not even there for the brawl. Just wants to confirm he's serious, cause losing a solid ally would suck. Perun's chill since he got the docs, so he says let's wrap this up. But first, what's the payout? What do you want? Aster's lost, so the prof explains WJI only trusts one specific vibe. People with clear goals that match their own energy. Since he earned that trust, payback is only fair game. MC's intrigued. Cool, he says. I want a book. Prof's confused, so he explains, he's building a massive, epic tower. Gonna stack it with books for everyone. Wants the prof's arcane take in there. Parun actually laughs at that. Not everyone's gonna get it, but hey, not a terrible idea. MC's dipping, but the prof stops him real quick. Yo, how do I hit you up when I have more deliveries? He thinks, then digs into his dimensional pouch. Yeets an item at him. Communication crystal. Don't lose it. Parun catches it, looks up to chat, but dude's already ghosted. A bit later, the Imperial Knights finally crash the scene. Everyone still breathing gets patched up fast. Zones locked down, MCs in PJs, acting totally clueless. Damon spots his homie. Bro, where were you? Handling business. Figures they bagged Callahan and the mercs. And since the evidence is crystal clear, the Declan fam is gonna keep quiet for a hot minute. Then he thinks about his seal acting up. Weird, usually chills out. Saved his bacon from a heavy hit, though, so no complaints. It's a standard mage hack, basically. Stops you from frying yourself with your own magic. He thinks it over. Definitely gotta investigate that glitch later. Suddenly, a student named Chenby hollers at him. Aster's like, what up? And the kid goes, you fight like a beast. MC sweats. Did the kid make him? Does he gotta silence a witness? Kid says he just found the admission ceremony fight totally fire and wants tips. MC relaxes. Apparently, he just got some street cred. Other guy was weak, he shrugs, walking off. Tomorrow's a new day. Chenby, looking a little cringe, admits he stuck around cause he has 0 friends. You feel me? Aster guesses so. He knows the academy promises equality, but the students didn't sign that pledge. The kid admits he was super nervous. Being a loner when drama spreads is just weird. MC nods and they keep chatting like normal humans. He realizes it's nice to talk to someone regular for once. Been dealing with psychos so long he forgot what normal vibes are like. So he figures it's time to actually start this whole school thing. Next morning, the whole squad's packed into the classroom. Damon can't stop yawning, looking like a total zombie. Then Chenby pops up, like, yo. Can't believe we have class after last night's craziness. Our main guy agrees and also notices his new pal doesn't exactly scream rich kid or have major cash, but he's super chill, happy, and actually seems cool. Dude grabs his attention, whispering he found out Miss Zur is teaching him. MC has 0 clue what he's on about, so the kid hypes her up as the lady who soloed a troll army. Just then, the teacher walks in and the MC finally clicks he meant Professor Jara. He totally didn't know her real name was Zara, the lady from the ceremony entrance. She says hi, mentions the drama, but insists nothing stops their grind. Then she announces she's checking everyone's mana stats right now since this check measures amount and quality, asking which one actually matters more. Right then, a girl shoots her hand up. She's like, I'm Arzen. Not sure if there's a solid answer here, but I'd totally bet that quality is king. If you fight someone equal, better quality obviously wins. The MC hears that and thinks it's such a textbook reply about aim and stability. Tons of magic is useless if you can't hit a barn door. But honestly, he knows real life ain't like that. Before he can think, the teach goes th, scaring the poor girl. She asks about her family. Arzen's like, Barony Pelham? Teach sighs deep, saying she expected that from a basic family. That roast leaves the girl super bummed, but Zara doesn't care and asks who else wants a shot. No one peeps, so she just points at another random kid. He stands up, claiming quantity rules cause big battles need juice. Aster thinks that, actually, the idea holds up. Quantity can beat quality, so it really just depends. But, yet again, the teacher gets salty, asking his family. He says he's a nobody. Zara asks around again, and kids start wild guessing stuff. Like family, speed, guts. Which just makes her even madder. MC starts sweating cause this lady is impossible to please. She tells him to listen up, saying that honestly, they were kinda close, but a correct answer never existed. So she wants them to think about why they answered that way. Was it an original thought or were they just blindly guessing? After all, a mage should never lose their guts, no matter what. She stares them all down. He claims nobody's got real wizard vibes and orders him to get their act together right now. The whole class gets super emo over the speech, even our MC, who thinks the prof is right but totally bonkers. Teach announces a mana check and calls up Arzen to kick things off. Zara names her class M3 rep since she nailed that last answer. Because of that huge brain moment, she's gotta log everyone's mana stats. She zooms over all hyped while Aster side-eyes the teacher's style. Meanwhile, Chenby is turning green with envy cause he wanted that gig. Zara signals the assist, who whips off a cape to reveal the gadget. Teach bets nobody's seen this loot before and says it's stat check time. She's secretly hunting for a total beast hiding in the crowd. She explains they just gotta slap a hand on the crystal and pump some mana into it. Arzin tries it and feels the orb buzzing with power till data pops up. Bam! A glowing number 4 shows up in the circle. Teach points out that out of all the floating stats, the big one in the middle is the refinement score. Basically, quality ranks 1 to 10, and Arzin's sitting at a 4. Since last year's freshies averaged a 3, that's solid. She beams at the praise. Next up is quantity check, and she hits a level 17. Scale goes 1 to 100, and last year's AVG was 15. So her score is definitely punching up. Teach says her mana quality and quantity are both top tier, so she hypes her up, leaving the poor girl turning beet red from the praise. Meanwhile, our MC is watching like a hawk. A bunch of kids take their turns, chatting about their grind. Suddenly, Chenbi jumps up, begging for his shot at the meter. MC asks if he's really trying to speedrun this. Just then, someone shrieks cause a girl hit refinement level 6, even though the average is 3, plus a quantity of 20 totally nuts. Assistant asks for a name drop, and she says Furion de Denai. Aster instantly clocks she's from the same fam as Dahlia. Judging by the hair, definitely a side branch cousin. Assistant is shook but says he expects nothing less from a noble. She just giggles and says thanks. Damon wakes up totally clueless, so MC explains the mana test. Dude gets hyped and yells he wants next, making Aster cringe hard at the scene. The trio start heading down while the crowd whispers that they'll leave. Blandor Air looks tiny and his buddy is the one who threw hands. He hears the tea and sighs because he really didn't want to rep for beating up a kid. Assist calls Damon up, and the kid asks if he just pumps mana into the rock. He's like, bet, and gets to work. Then everyone flips out, totally shook by the mana quality. Hitting 9 and quantity 67. They think it's a glitch. MC laughs. Normies always freak over geniuses. Like, logic doesn't apply to this level of cracked. He knew Damien was built different. But this insane? Fits the Blandor beast vibe born OP. He figures in his past life, if D tried, he'd have wrecked the whole map. But this runs different, and the Blandors will block the Declans and push D past all limits. The aide hypes Damien as a true Blandor but says, don't let it swell your head. Kid's clueless, just nods, cool. He zips back, telling MC to take a turn. Aster figures folks are curious since he ain't noble, but hangs with Blandors and beat that Dolomp kid. Whatever, he hits the crystal and aims for a mid-score to lay low. He tweaks his mana vibe, using a decent chunk. But then he gets confused cause he doesn't get why the cap is low. Oops, gonna score way too high. So, his refinement hit level 10, but numbers spiked until the system glitched and crashed. Limit exceeded. Device needed a reboot. Crowd's clueless about limit exceeded, but Damien screams his butt is epic. MC tells the aide it's busted, wants a redo. Damien's like, nah, it's real. MC just wishes the kid would zip it, but Damien keeps insisting the test is legit, annoying MC who just wants silence. Aide reboots. Aster goes again, refinement 3, mana 15. He sighs in relief, holding back this time, then hears someone yelling, that's BS. He turns, it's Damien. Where'd you learn that? Kid salty, says A. Buddy taught him, if it's a lie, call it BS, and so he thinks this is total. MC sweats. Can't talk trash near D anymore. Lauder, in the afternoon, Magic Dept. 1, Zara stressing. All she sees is Dept. 2's remodel and the Declan Callahan attack on Prof. Perun. Still, she knows the prof was a big deal back then, so he's got this. Just then, the aide walks up with the scores. He hands him over, and she spots that the semester was totally mid, but Damien crushed it. Classic family genius behavior. But then, she almost choked. Ayres's report screamed, limit exceeded. He literally broke the test. Now she's super curious. Gonna keep tabs on that kid for sure. Nearby, Damien shows off a mana dragon. Cool? MC nods. Sick. The kid beams, but Aster grins. Needs more pizzazz though. Make it dance. Chenbi's shook. Even famous Furion struggles with just one spirit. Yet Damien's juggling mana like toys while sighing about being weak. Read the room, bro. MC watches, totally getting that vibe, feeling small in a big world. But hey, reality checks don't pay bills, gotta keep moving. Damien waves at MC, grinning like a total goofball. Best day ever. So glad I picked this school. MC blinks. Actually nice to hear someone being positive for once. Later, MC snags Callahan's locked bag, crack the magic code, and the security crumbles. Easy peasy. With the right gear, it's a 1-week job max. But gotta stay low-key. He wasn't slacking though. Chugged that Blandor elixir and leveled up. Plus, he snagged some serious brainpower at school. But right now? It's loot time. Finally cracks it open. Inside? Potions, a shield thingy, and a cape way too big for him. Not bad, honestly. Defense gear is always a win. Keeps you alive. But the real jackpot? Declan's Secret Crimson Flames book. Bingo. It's budget fire magic compared to Farron's stuff, which basically nukes everything into dust. Still cool though. Can't master this overnight. Then it hits him. Wait, isn't the big semester showdown today? Oops. The whole school's swarming. Damien's hyped by the crowd. Chenbi says everyone's here. He nudges MC, asking about the gossip. Word is, we're doing the canyon run this time. Aster nods. He gets it. There's usually 3 nightmare scenarios. The challenge hall, that gross sewer maze race, the canyon sprint to the finish line, or the dual sim versus monsters. Pick your poison. Whatever. Just want to pass without drama, but Chenbi looks like he's gonna puke. Totally freaking out about the test. Quiet. Booms a voice. Enter Perun, boss of Class M. MC smirks. Glad to see that face. Prof roasts me, saying my zombie eye bags are way worse than last time. He drops the bomb. Midterms are happening, like we didn't already know. Then he spills the tea. We're facing the quarter of challenges. Hearing this totally wrecks Chenbi. Dude had a mil plans for everything else, just not this. So yeah, he's basically spiraling into doom mode right now. Perun barks at us to line up so he can lay down the law. Mission's simple, survive this sewer maze and hit the exit gate. Chenbi's like, easy peasy, but Pyun cuts in. It ain't a jog, there's golems waiting to smash us. Kids shook, but the class yells at him to zip it cause he's yapping too much. Prof repeats that these rock monsters are built janky, but still tough for noobs like us, so we gotta tread lightly. Everyone starts whining. He notes that for mages, we've got 0 chill. Reminds him of Paul going beast mode, though maybe the setting forced it. Still, he spots some potential. Furian's got that Eye of the Tiger vibe. Arzen's got a fierce stare, unlike Damien who looks like his brain is buffering. Suddenly, Teach claps to get our focus back. He clarifies the golems only guard the way. Crossroads. Smash M or dash past him? Our call. Plus, we snag a bracelet that pops a force field shield. He warns that if the shield cracks, you're out. The golems will just ghost you after that. The gang's stunned by how tricky this pop quiz is. Finally, the prof drops a hint, just wow him. He doesn't give a rip about speed or kill counts, he just wants a show. Pull it off, and the loot will be legendary. My ears perk up. Okay, now I'm hyped. Thinking back to the massive East Continent library. Split into 3 tiers, top, mid, and bottom. I'm stuck in the basement level, which had 0 cool magic tomes. To find clues, I gotta hack my way into the mid-tier section. Or, I need 3 profs to vouch for me. So, the game plan is snagging Perun's prize. Lucky for me, I memorized the whole map layout. Later, kids swarm the TA, begging for flower bombs. Nope, rejected. Another wants a golem remote, also a no. Aster eyes the desperate mooches. Then he spots Damien asking for 20 vine seeds. TA says sure but is totally confused cause that's not his main element. Damien flexes his magic. On the floor. Claims he's elementless but can rock plane magic. Chenbi watches from the back, getting totally salty. MC clocks it. Even Damien the goofball is locking in. Is he finally gonna stop hiding and actually do something? Right then, the prof drops the info. Everyone's starting spots pop up on the screen. Damien dips, Chenbi too. Aster realizes he's stuck with 6 randos, doesn't know a single name. Suddenly, some dude walks up asking if he's Aster. MC knows instantly not M3 crew. Plus, they got the most punchable faces ever. The guy says he's Dibbe. Saw MC fight Exter and wants to pitch a sketchy deal. He offers to buy the bracelets of anyone MC takes out, and promises 30 gold a pop, excluding Aster and his own squad. OV. So, easy 90 coins total. 30 gold is a month's rent for normies. Is this guy for real trading that for a trinket? Dude insists that for a broke kid. From the gray hood, it's a steal. Thinks the young lord is playing it safe, but doubts it'll last. Should be focused on not dying. MC admits he's kinda spittin' facts and that others might call it chicken or get salty about it. But hey, Gotta hustle. He asks, why only 90 gold? Deeb's like, not enough. And bumps it to 35 per band. Aster shakes his head. Math's off. He points at the trio teaming up, then points at the other dudes. Including them, that's 6 heads. Why are you leaving yourselves out of the one? Count? At 35 each, total should be 210 gold. Pay up. The trio loses it. Da fumes. What kind of loan shark nonsense is this? Says the commoner needs to know his lane. He snaps, 40 gold, max. MC smirks, cool, that's 240 total now. Deeb thinks he's nuts, but realizes he's just milking the cash cow. He realizes the MC isn't scared of the heat. Typical brainless savage move, though, sees this going south, so he pivots. Deals off, no negotiation. But Aster's like, where? You going? Deal or not, he still owes for the merch. Kid gets heated. Doesn't get what kind of troll logic this is. Aster explains, pay 120 for starting the contract, cancellation fee. Pan starts yapping about insolent peasants trying to act tough. Tells the nobody to stop trying to finesse the mighty Deeb. Guy keeps screaming until Deeb, totally livid, orders him to zip it. You're making me look like a clown, bro. He agrees to pay the 120. Orders matter more than idiot pride. He grabs the cash, but Aster's like, gotta hike the fee, cause y'all are nobles. Inflation hits hard. That's 160 gold. Guy pays up but drops a threat. He's gonna show him how much trouble 160 coins can buy. Next up, the squad hits the circle. Prof yaps again, bracelet breaks, you're out. He also rambles about the force field and throwing hands like real people. Smash the shield? Bracelet stays, but you get yeeted out. Bye. With that, he screams start. Circles glow, warping everyone to the zone. Game on. Perun's just hoping Dahlia and Damien spawn together. Drama alert. But wait. Assistant's yell caused the screen froze. Glitch City. Prof slams his cup and barks, check the cam. Which spawn point died? Guy spins around. Point 3, boss. Post warp, he charges up and blasts the cam. Gonna be a headache. At the same time, dudes aim magic at him. D says, let's wreck that ego. He talks trash, then everyone fires spells at once. Pew pew. Aster thinks, get hit? Instant DQ and teleport home. Nah. So he just dips. With crazy speed. Wins up a kick, cutting mana last second. With a clean hit, heal. Smack him all without triggering a DQ. Big brain play. He goes ham, slapping everyone, loves the beatdown, weird flex, says he's waiting for rich boy to get serious with the cash. Adds 320 gold coins. As attitude tax. Plus 1 silver per smack now. Later, Deeb stands up, wrecked. You'll pay for this, he cries. Useless rant, bro. Only got him. Another face punch. MC figures he landed 100 hits, so that's 10 gold coins. Hard to hold back. Snags the bracelet that dropped on the floor. Wonders. Got 6 now, what's next? Sits to chill. Needs 3 recommends. Got Perun's loot, needs 2 more dudes. Got to impress the prof. Thinks about wrecking the challenge hall. Only 4 pillars? Nah, that's suicide. Dumb idea. Plus he'd be enemy number 1 of the whole continent. Clueless, so he just keeps walking. Meanwhile, wonders how the squad is doing. Elsewhere, 2 guys are shook. Stop or we all get DQ'd. Damien, with a golem, piggybacking, says none shall pass, Gandalf style. Boys bolt. How's he controlling that beast with seeds? Scary. One dude trips and faceplants. Turns around, terrified. Golem's about to smash him flat. Elsewhere, Chenbi tells folks he just wants a passing grade, 0 drama. Next second? He's shrieking in a bush, begging him to quit it, total fail. The girls are totally gassed out. He hears chatter, spots a gap, and zooms out of there unseen, full turbo. But mid-sprint, he notices his bracelet acting weird. It just died. He's freaking out, totally stressed, trying to figure if he got zapped by magic unaware and got booted out. He sits, waiting for the boot. Weirdly, nothing happens. Then, a creepy voice pops in his head saying hello. He jumps. That voice definitely ain't Academy staff. Voice goes, bet you guys guessed who's doing this. And why you're here. It's mocking the smart ones. This message is for them. Says there's no demands, just punishment for ticking off a big shot. Final warning, everyone's toast. 0 exit strategy. The aides lose it cause they've got 0 clue what's up. Perun's like, chill. Get the teachers, grab Zara now. Guy yells, "On it," and dashes to ping the faculty. Perun crushes a table. How dare those worms try this, he rages. Inside, a golem gets wrecked. The MC groans, "This stinks." Endless golems keep spawning. He keeps smashing, noting 10 minutes pass since the creepy voice. In that time, he realized the slow bots got super fast and agile. Plus, he spots a pattern. The Guardian bots are hunting solo. Someone hacked the controls. But hey, he's hyped. He considers himself the top fixer. Survived it all but sky fights. Grinning, he charges full tilt, ready to smash everything. Chenbi starts walking. Again, sulking. If he knew this, he'd have quit earlier to stay alive. Just then, he spots movement. Someone's coming, until he sees it's Astor. He's stoked, then sees the mob of golems chasing him. MC runs up and yells, "Leg it." They both bolt from the bots like maniacs. He thought he sensed a vibe, maybe Damien? Nope. And at this speed, Chenbi's gonna get snagged. Plan B time. He asks for the kid's bracelet. He explains the bots have short range, so they're tracking the wristbands. Chenbi asks what's the play. He says he's marked bait. Others survive better if the bots chase him. Adds that his buddy probably. Fam's waiting, gotta stay alive. Chenbi recalls folks hyping his magic grind like huge fans. Gulping hard, he hands off his bling, yelling, "Don't die. We gotta reunite." MC says chill, tanking golems so Chenbi can yeet out. Running off, he suddenly remembers he can't croak. Folks bought spellbooks, not lunch. And sis quit school for him. Major guilt. Gotta pay him back till mom calls him the fam's MVP. That thought hits hard, freezing him. Is he even cool enough? He's kinda a wimp. He peeks back, wondering if he's trash for ditching a homie. Nah, done with the guilt trip. Hands up, energy surging, no more quitting. Rocks crumble. Master's funky magic is totally unique. So he prays it works. Boom. Earth spear, sharp as a lance. Chenbi yells. Astor startles at the incoming spear. He sidesteps the huge blast meant for golems. Just then, he clocks the magic didn't just shape the rock, it mutated it. Seeing the wreckage, he figures that spell was way too OP for his buddy. But Chenbi wrecked himself casting that. He drops, but MC catches him before he faceplants. MC yells. Kid mumbles, "Master taught me Earth Spear, cool?" Astor's like, not epic, but definitely not lame. Says it's about the player, not the spell. Chenbi fades, so Astor chugs a potion into his trap. "Quit the drama, you ain't dying. Now what?" Can't carry him, can't ditch him. He fears up his radar. Magic. Pings something ahead in the maze. He tells Chenbi to scoot the other way. Hit the fork, go right, find the squad. Kid gets it, but asks, "What about you?" MC spots weird mana vibes. Got stuff to do first. He jets through the maze, puzzled by that weird vibe. Not the Declan's. Something else entirely. Then it clicks. Right there? Demon realm stuff. He smirks, cause he's catching vibes that feel new yet totally demon-y. Plus, literal demon beasts are here. They actually rebooted those nasty monsters that wrecked the world ages ago. Total nightmare fuel. He gets super hyped and calls Frizen a dirty rat. Meanwhile, Frizen is cracking up in the control room. It worked. Real demon beasts popped up and the demon realm is fully online. Last time was a flop, just some spooky energy. But now? It's the real deal. All thanks to that ancient relic he's got. He used spatial hacks to sneak in, and with the demon juice spreading, he jacked the controls to spawn the demon realm whenever. Then some guy asks if it counts as a win since he kinda half-assed it. Frizen's like, "Bro, just making the energy fulfills the deal. That prof we're targeting is gonna crash and burn anyway." Mask guy says whatever, as long as Xenon Academy gets toasted, it's all good. Fzen nods, calling him the Hemar family's lapdog. The dude snaps, "Zip it if you wanna keep breathing." Frizen thinks this guy's just a poser minion for the Declan's acting tough. But he'll chill, cause once the deal's done, he gets his own lab. Then he grins. Creating the demon realm is key, cause he's gonna feed his secret crave. This thrill is totally addicting for the Forbidden Magic Club. Mask guy asks how long till they own the core. Seeing a student coming, Frizen ignores the dumb question and says, "Ooh, our first guinea pig is here." Guy's confused about the test subject bit, so Frizen asks if he's curious to see what happens when a human gets blasted with this much energy. He explains that, per old texts, humans glitch out and go full beast mode. Frizen keeps wondering what the kid will do, since the path is packed with golems and monsters. No exit, so he's gotta bail. Sudden vibe shift. MC gets scary, grins, and tells Frizen to wait up. Mask guy hears the name drop and asks if Frizen knows the kid. F sends like, nope, never seen him. Clueless who he is or how he knows my name. Then he freaks out seeing MC whip out a bunch of test bracelets. What the heck? Did he lure the monsters on purpose? Aster gets ready and, with crazy speed, hops between monsters, slapping bracelets on them. Now the golems lock onto the demons instead. MC watches the cage match while Frizen rages cause his babies are dying. Also, how is a student that fast? Total hack. He screams, ordering his creeps to stop the guy, but he's too fast. They can't do squat before the control room blows. Those two can't believe their eyes. MC hits Frizen with a look who I found. Destiny, right? Chenbi's shaking, but Damien's just toying with golems like it's a game. Another guy pops up. Furion's like, how'd you solo your way here, Chenbi? Wait, pause. He clocks the bling on her wrist, and screams, yeet the bracelets, they're tracking us with them. Random girl walks up, totally unimpressed. It's a test, genius. Why listen to Mr. Throw It Away? She's suspicious, wanting to know if he's trying to swipe everyone's loot. He flinches. Whoa, chill. Not the vibe I'm going for. He claps back, asking if she seriously thinks plastic jewelry matters. They're bugs wired to the system. Rolls her eyes. Source? He shrugs, Aster told me. She smirks, finding that hilarious. And laughs. Got played by a hobo? Now you want us to be dumb too? Keeps roasting him. Guess misery loves company, huh? Even the honor student got brainwashed by a scrub. That sets him off. He knows the real deal. Aster's the goat. Dude literally tanked it for a newbie. Before he can rage, he overhears a chat about the MC. It's Damien, spilling tea on his first meet with Aster. MC didn't even blink. Just said, I got a buddy. That's why I trust him. Hearing that, Damien tosses his bracelet. Trash. He grins at Chenbi, let's bounce. Chenbi's shook. Never seen Damien act this wild. Meanwhile, MC tells Frizen, the gang's all here. Went to hell to kill you. Didn't expect a reunion here. Frizen's confused. You psycho. I'd KU or your realm. He barks at his guard. Get him. Masked dude asks. Y'all strangers for real? Yep. Mortar spins around. Contract says you die. Sorry kid, no witnesses. MC instantly clocks him. Himar clan, Declan's lackeys. Wind magic pros. Fast, hit like snipers. Basically a loyal attack dog. A frontline beast for hunters. So he asks, why's a pedigree hanging with a sewer rat? Mordor freezes. You know too much. Aster snaps, I asked first. Why's the dog walking the rat? Mask guy's lost. Who is this kid? Screaming like a psycho, realized he's toast, asking, what if I know? Again. He bellows, sounding like a broken playlist. Dogface gets salty, yells, quit repeating, then lunges. Hero swerves the chains, and drops the same. Question, why's a big wolf hanging with a rat? Calls him a jerk for spamming it, asking, why the obsession? Starts spinning his weapons, aiming at Aster, who just won't shut his trap. Every repeat makes Doggo Ragier, itching to shred the MC, thinking that with his boomerang magic, nobody's dodging this. Aster's like, chill, dude, your aim sucks. Grabs the chains, saying I've trained puppies, and explains, loud noises freak him out just like you. Mask guy gets even more ticked off being treated like a literal pooch. Got distracted and bam took a hit to the ribs. MC adds, you're just Declan's lapdog anyway. Frizen yells, yo, why let a kid beat you up? Weak. But MC winds up a massive fist and delivers the finisher, exploding the guy. One hit K. Calls out Frizen for hiding in the back, just you left. Bullcut panics, why's a student so confident? But before he can react, MC warps with dog's weapon, slices his arm. Q screaming, tells him, don't even step up, you don't know who you're messing with. Then he bluffs, kill me and you can't stop. The demon zone. Gonna let your buddies croak? MC's like, so what, who cares? And says, he'll wait till everyone's eaten. Looking scary, you're next. Better laugh it up now, cause you won't be giggling soon. Frizen's freaking out, how does a student have this much swagger against a whole demon realm? And doesn't give a hoot if friends get chomped. Asks you human? Then claims again only he can stop it. MC zooms in and slaps the gauntlet away. Yeet. Shocked face his toy's gone and he didn't even see it fly. Aster asks, think you're the only user? Touches the crystal and starts blasting energy. Frizen's brain breaks, how does a kid know this? MC grins, I taught the young master that magic, duh. So, regarding that sketchy magic, the young boss barely survived thanks to his fancy pants DNA. But Frizen totally flopped, the Declan pinned it all on him in order to hit. So, our main guy chased him down, refusing to let the Declan snag him. He claims he went totally psycho, losing track of time, hyping himself up for finally catching the dude. Guy was a pro at hide and seek, scoured the gray zone, kingdom slums, even the empire's shady underbelly. Literally checked every single nook and cranny. After ages, he figured it out, dude was hiding in the demonic realm. Our hero cracked up laughing, knowing that place drives everyone bonkers. Still, zero luck finding him with those demon beasts attacking nonstop. Finally, he bailed. Some merc was chilling outside waiting for him. Guy had intel but was too chicken to enter the demon zone, so he just loitered there. Looking super weird, he spilled the tea. Frizen was already toast, and the Declan crew snatched him to drain all his magic secrets. Frizen, totally out of juice and shaking like a leaf, swears he honestly doesn't get the drama. Compared to any rich heir, he's just a scrub servant. Aster whips out a potion. Can't have him croaking yet, needs him rested. Frizen's shook that he's getting patched up, he knows he's gotta find an opening to bounce. MC continues his yarn, looked up one day, saw a wyvern chillin' above. Then when he checked himself out, he felt like a total moron. His payback wasn't for the squad anymore, just pure emotional venting. Frizen spots an exit, but MC grabs his face and faceplants him hard. While screaming he finally caught the guy for some sweet payback. He's hyped cause he waited forever, chasing the info the dude left behind, like stuff on the demon realm and the gross artifacts forbidden mana. He zaps the chains and yanks the weapon into his hand, planning to recreate all the pain for kicks. Gonna be fun. Frizen starts bawling, totally clueless and terrified. Meanwhile, back in the maze, golems are getting wrecked. Profs are scrambling to find the students fast. Felina, on the flip side, is livid. She wasted 2 hours on that lame ancient magic. Just then, someone buzzes her, showing a crystal ball. Says the spells are toast and the magic eye system is back online. She grabs the crystal ball in. She waves them off, save the survivors first, screw catching the intruders. And keep this hush hush, the public would absolutely lose their minds. The squad nods and gets back to the rescue mission. They start spotting students and golems tangled in Damien's vines. Teach watches from a distance, totally baffled by the chaos cause. The baddies own the challenge corridor for 2 whole hours. Yet somehow, nobody kicked the bucket. Miracle much? Suddenly, Prof Perun buzzes her. I'm in the control room. You won't believe this. He flashes the feed on the crystal ball and whoa. Felina's jaw drops as he shows the intruders looking totally wrecked. She's seen some crazy stuff in her day, but this? The way they got wiped out is just freaky. Who has that kind of power? Then a thought hits her brain like a lightning bolt. She flashbacks to when she first grabbed Aster's file. Just a gray zone street kid who slid in thanks to the Blandor fam. Teach notes the power error is way past normal student levels. This isn't just extra credit, it's god tier glitching. Zira nods. Is he even a student? We gotta watch him like a hawk. Right then, a voice pops up. Oops, my bad. Am I late? She jumps out of her skin. The director just teleported in or what? Ran all the way, he lies, peeking at the crystal before cutting to the chase. So, did our mystery kid wipe the floor with these guys? Later, amidst a rainy mood, MC gets all philosophical about this world. Every mage has an inner demon, basically a cursed brain parasite. Pops up uninvited and totally wrecks your mental stability. Happens all the time and, spoiler alert, it never ends well. In his past life, 0 inner demons, totally chill. As a merc, he did dirty work. Watching buddies die? Just a Tuesday. He figures he's only mad cause forbidden magic whacked his crew. He really thought he'd buried all that angsty rage deep down. But his feelings went boom in the corridor, planting demon seeds. He realizes it feels just like the good old bad days. Like walking around with a chest bomb, ticking down to boom time. He stands up. I'm just an old merc, chaos is basically my comfort zone. Actually, he kinda digs the high stakes vibe. Digging the tension, he grabs the book. It's been a week anyway. Since the corridor mess, things have finally chilled out enough. Feeling physically jacked and mentally sharp, Aster makes a move. Time to crack open the Crimson Fire Grimoire, his old life's secret hack. It was a no-attribute skill they tossed to mercenaries back then. But learning a secret elemental art like Crimson Fire? That's new. Definitely a first-time experience for him in this life. He reads chapter 1, Ignition like 50 times, double-checking it. He knows the main mana circuits are basically celestial magic dupes. He shuts his eyes, cause just spinning the mana around. Just shoving mana through the red loop only gives it a spicy vibe. Gotta visualize it. A single, lonely flame that's totally chill on its own. He zones in hard. This fire's weird, doesn't even need air to breathe. Energy piles up until boom ignition sequences are go. Whoa, shocker. It's crazy strong compared to his usual basic stuff. This magic packs like, double the punch. He gets it, he needs to learn fast, cause he's got one shot at this. The kickback is brutal, no way he can try a smash cast with fire juice right now. Bums out about the casting fail, but hey, he'll nail it eventually. One baby step closer to catching up with that Declan boss. Right now, he just needs a spell that actually doesn't suck. Plus, fire magic isn't super picky about matching arts anyway. Then it hits him. Weird vibes. Someone's flexing their aura hard, like hey, look at me. Time to scope it out and see what the fuss is. He pulls up and yikes, it's the director, who's like, okay, I totally get why Prof. Felina is so sus of you. Kid's got senses and fire control? Yeah, he's actually pretty legit. They square up, and bam, director drops his heavy aura without a word. Aster's clueless about what the heck is going on. Same deal as WJI, why's everyone so hyped to see him? He doesn't let it rattle him. Cause he's an ex-merc. He'd snap in half before he bows down. Director's like, no hello? Reminding him he's the big boss here. MC hangs. Tough, then dips a bow. Yo, honor to meet the director. Shorty cracks up cause the manners. We're on point. Says, scream all you want, I muted the room. MC realizes this guy is a total brainiac. Then asks, what's with the rain chill session? Old dude pops a squat. He's got queries. And wants legit answers. Uses his crazy vibes to force a sit down. Aster is just floored by the wait. It's not just killer vibes. He drops, wondering if it's mana. Then the boss drops that Prof. Felina spilt the tea about MC hiding stuff and cracks the floor with his aura, asking, so, what's the real deal? Can't wrap his head around the guy in front being the stuttering grandpa from the hall. Dude's a beast, but compared to that Declan jerk? He's zilch. He floods his energy, trying to scan the mana, crushing him. He stumbles up, pops a secret move, and ditches the weight. When it chills, Aster spills he handled the rats messing up the challenge hall. Director gives him the side eye. You ain't even gonna try to hide it? Bold move. He replies, nah. Says it's not something worth sweating over. Admits it'd be cool to keep it low key, but honestly? He doesn't give a rip. Then he hits him with, got any other questions, or are we done? Old dude gets grim. MC sweats, flashing back to his wyvern snack time in Fern. Director sighs. Aster realizes this guy is a special brand of psycho, flipping from serious to chill like a glitchy NPC. Total mood swings. Boss admits the kid's got sharp eyes, though, so he says he'll keep the interrogation short. Answer what you can. Beats getting pummeled for nothing, right? He sits down, and the vibe instantly gets heavy. Dude feels like a scary war mage boss now, not a school principal. Gramps revs up for question 1, but MC interrupts, yo, hear about a wyvern getting turned into dinner? Director's lost. The heck are you yapping about? MC's like, my bad, carry on. Boss gets salty. Interrupt again, and you'll catch these hands. Respect your elders, Junior. No teachers on the battlefield. Aster is totally confused. Like, what battlefield? We're literally at school, bro. But since might makes right, he takes a knee like a good boy. Old man gets real, asking what trash messed up the invaders. Who wrecked them like that? Before spilling, Aster asks, what's the game plan? Smash 'em. Emperor's cool with it. Gonna rally my old squad. MC figures this old squad is bad news. Probably elite war mages or tanky knights. Not normies. So he answers, the Declans did it. Old man freezes. Wait, do you know a mage who ended up as Wyvern Chow? Nope, says MC. Director ain't buying it. Me neither. But your story smells fishy. What are you hiding? Aster gets ticked off. Geezer's too sharp. Blaming the Declans would have been sweet, though. Cornered, he drops the truth bomb. It was the Viamars. The hunting dog and that tech geek, Friesen. Proof? Asks Gramps. MC smirks. Need me to spoon feed you everything? Director calls him cheeky but rolls with it. Fine. How do you know those two clowns? MC shakes his head. That's a hard pass. Old man gets it, and they chat a bit longer. Finally, the boss nods. Gotcha. MC thinks he nailed it, answering the best he could. Kept the regression and the grimoire on the down low. Still, he can tell the director is fuming from a mile away. The short guy takes it but asks if he knows a wizard who became Goblin Chow, feeling something is off. Aster. starts sweating and tries to stall, but the boss says to cut the creepy dead goblin smile. He apologizes immediately. This old dude doesn't miss a beat. The director glances up, mentioning Astor's dream of building a library as high as a skyscraper. He calls it cool and says if the top floor is empty, he'll fill a wall with books. The MC thanks him, thinking that the world really runs on bloodlines, territory, and school cliques. Then the director drops a hint about the library pass, which he'll hand over if Astor does him a solid. The MC sees the trap. The director's stare screams, "Keep looking at me like that, and you'll lose a peeper." Astor realizes one slip-up means he'll be wearing an eye patch, so he quickly asks what the gig is. The senior says to chill, they'll figure it out in time. He mentions that the demon summoning gadget is risky, but useful. It creates spatial barriers perfect for hiding things, or even building that tower of his. He gets nervous. This old geezer is playing 4D chess. That artifact works like a firewall against magic circles in the challenge hall, breaking them. So, if it's magic that stumps even the professors, it'd obviously be great for guarding his tower. Snag is, he's clueless about magic tech. The director tells him to go bug Professor Felina. He'll even pull strings since she's trustworthy. Still, while he won't dig into the MC's secret identity, stopping the prof from snooping will be tough. They keep yapping for a long while. Next day on campus, students are buzzing around. Someone shouts at the MC. It was Damien and Chenbi, looking totally stuffed with food. Astor asks why they look like beach balls. Chenbi turns red, but then a random kid walks by, says hi, and asks for magic lessons. Another student hypes up Damien, thanking him for saving them in the hall. Chenbi says it's all thanks to the MC's tip about the bracelets. Everyone was super grateful. They even sent gifts and cash to his parents. He's practically crying with joy. The MC goes back to his book. Don't thank me. I didn't ask anyone to do zip. It was you who spilled the beans. You caused the change, so own it. Then he asks Damien what his deal was. Chenbi says Damien found a golem and hacked it with plant magic. They sit down to catch up properly since it's been a whole week. Suddenly, he jumps. Someone is coming for Astor. It was Professor Felina. She drags him to a room and asks, "You know why you're here, right?" MC knows for a fact she ain't here to give advice. Teach nods and cuts right to the chase, asking if he's War Mage fam and if the VMARs started the drama. Agrees and roasts him. She says anyone close to Declan's is trash. MC realizes this is the exact script the director wrote, cause ticking off Blandors is risky, so they faked him being a secret War Mage heir wandering the lands incognito. Plus, his master totally hates the Declans and VMRs, which rocks cause it vibes with his real feelings. Perfect plan. Felina's sus, but since the director vouched, she lets it slide. Then, getting all shy and playing with her hair, she covers for him since he's safe. MC catches the vibe and speaks up, reminding her the student-teacher age gap is kinda huge. She turns tomato red hearing that, totally shocked. That's a wrap, guys. Smash sub and ring the bell if you dug it. Peace.